name is Rubina Khan. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salam ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi ishrah li sadri wayassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. The Muslim world is in turmoil. In the East, there is a lot of fighting and bloodshed. In the West, there is a lot of confusion and ignorance is throughout the world of Islam. But this could be corrected by making use of the gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. I mean the gift of Salah. Salah is unique and is different from other ibadat, in that the other ibadat are performed with the watchful eye of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like fasting and pilgrimage. But Salat is performed directly in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is such a valuable gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed an honor, and it's a privilege to go before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His presence, and one-on-one with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why it is the most valuable thing that Allah has given us. And we need to make full use of this. Basically what Salah is asking for Allah for guidance. We need guidance because we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Zilzal, وَمَنْ أَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ, which means that whoever does even the slightest bit of good will see it on the day of judgment, and whoever does the slightest bit of wrong will see it on the day of judgment. So for this reason we need guidance. We cannot of our own decide what is right and wrong simply because our knowledge is limited and our sight is limited too. And the only person who can really tell us truly what is right and wrong is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because His knowledge and sight is unlimited. So that is why we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guidance in Salah. When we go before Him, we have to do wudu, purify ourselves, and all the ahkam for purification are included in one ayah of the Quran, ayah number 6 of Surah Al-Ma'idah. After we purify ourselves, we stand. When we say Allahu Akbar, we are directly in the presence of the Almighty Allah. Even if we don't see Him, He sees us. And ihsan, the best form of Salah, is to worship as if we see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So some of the things reflections on some things that we recite in Salah. When we say Bismillah Rahman Rahim, it is like asking for and being granted permission to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Indeed, He is so great that nobody can go before Him without any permission. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Ayat al-Kursi, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه, which means that who can go before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without His permission. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is giving permission to stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, we praising Him by His attributes, which is most gracious and most merciful. Only the one who is most gracious and most merciful can allow us to stand before Him, because who are we? He is the creator of the universe, Rabbul Alameen. So even we know that from experience, if we ask even the president of a country or a big person that we want to see him, they say we don't have time. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made time for everybody. Not only that, but He has made it easy to go before Him. He has made so many concessions that if there is no water, you can do wudu by using some clean dirt And if you cannot stand and pray, you can sit down and pray. If you cannot sit, you can lay down. And if you cannot speak, you can do it by gestures. Even if you cannot even move your hands and legs, you can just move your eyes. So Allah made it so easy for us to go before Him, to ask Him for guidance. Maliki Yawmiddin means that, O Allah, you are the master of the day of judgment, which is a recognition of the purpose of our life on this earth. We will be accountable before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and in the salah we say, you are the master of the day of judgment. Then we go on to ask Him for guidance. Say, Thee alone we worship. So that when we say Thee alone we worship, Iyyaka na'budu, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, grant him whatever he's asking. So the salah is a way we can for sure get the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, provided we are sincere. And we need his guidance every step of the way. Because we know from experience there's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. And in order to do things the right way, we need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah's guidance. Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, show us the straight path. Then the next ayah, Sirat al-Ladhina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. This sentence describes what the straight path is, what it is and what it is not. It is the path on whom you have send your blessings, those who are the righteous people, the pious people, and not the path of those who are wicked and evil, and you're angry with them. But there are some people who are neither wicked or evil, nor are they righteous, but they are kind of following their own desires, not doing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they just straying away from the path. So we don't want to be those people either. We want to be among the righteous. Then then when we do the ruku, we say Subhana Rabbil Azim, which means how perfect is my Lord, my God, the Creator, the great Creator. And then we go into sujood. In the sajda, we say Subhana Rabbil Ala. We have our forehead on the ground, and we are praising Allah that how great He is, how perfect is the One Most High. And then when we do the tashahhud, when we sit down and say the tashahhud, basically we are repeating a conversation that the Prophet ﷺ had with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Mi'raj, which is when he got the gift of salah. And when we come to the part where we say Salam alayna wa ala ibadallah salihin, Ibadallah Salihin is referring to all the good people among the humans. It's referring to all the angels, because all the angels are good. They do not have free will, so they just follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's commands. And then also among the good ones, among the jinns. So we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to set peace on, we are sending peace on the people who are good, and the jinns and the angels. And when we perform salah in the sujood, we can make any dua. Anything we want, we can ask, provided it's in Arabic, or if it's not in Arabic, then we can do it in our heart. So the salah is something that will help us to get back on the right track. So when we make du'as, our du'as are accepted. So our contrition is improved. This is something that everybody, all Muslims are required to do. It is an honor and privilege that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed on us. May Allah make us worthy of that privilege. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله ولكم.